What's up, guys? Vaping Mr. J here.
Do
And Dipshit uploaded a video. The video's 4 minutes long, so we're gonna go ahead and watch it. Watch most of it.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
It's Shadow here.
Yo, did you notice that it fucking skipped? Like when he was looking at the camera, did it just skip to him like sitting back? Like the fuck? I'm not usually one to talk shit about phones because newer iPhones are made by Samsung parts, but damn, bro, your fucking Android is showing its age.
And yes, it's getting close to Halloween.
No shit, it's getting close to Halloween. Jesus, how stupid are you? It's literally the 28th of October. Halloween is in, what, 3 days now?
Halloween is on a Saturday. So yeah, 3 days.
That's fucking ridiculous. Also, the thing about Halloween is it's laughable that a Christian male, as such as yourself, is even like excited Halloween's coming, considering it's a pagan holiday. And if you don't believe it's a pagan holiday, go to your local church, whether it be Christian or Catholic or something of that nature, and ask them. You can also find your local witch or pagan and ask them about that as well, because most pagans claim that Halloween is a pagan holiday because it is the Day of the Dead. But you wouldn't know anything about that because you don't study that shit.
That's why I'm wearing this mask.
Well, we actually need Brittany in here to for explain it.
Yeah, I pretty much explain it the best way I can. Um, and nobody cares why you're wearing the mask. I mean, the mask just makes you look like a retard. We can barely hear you.
So, a guy named Motor think
Hey, Motor, would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Moto, and
He's the leader of RV. He helps me run my YouTube channel. He's actually one of the moderators. I forgot to tell you that you are a moderator on my YouTube channel, so you can delete comments if you want.
yeah,
So yeah. But he didn't have to say a guy named Motor. Like, everybody knows who the hell he's talking about. Well, a little bit of people that do watch him.
that they can get me locked up.
Alright, so I want to talk about the mask real quick. Because he has a mask on, which is fucking retarded. Yeah, we had face masks on. But here's the thing. Our masks, well, first off, are breathable as shit. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but he's breathing heavy. Like he's out of breath. But the mask that we have, which he has a hunting mask, or I wouldn't even call it a mask, it's more of a hood that goes over his head. But our masks actually show our eyes. I mean, the fucker already wears glasses as it is, right?
yeah.
So, obviously, in order to wear the mask, he has to take his glasses off. So we all know he can't fucking see out of that damn mask.
No, Motor. You can't.
Actually, we
Because guess
can
what?
because, and I'm probably gonna put the link in the description bar below. But we made a video talking about all the charges this fucking retard can be charged with. One of the major ones, which I don't care about the rest, but one of the major ones is online harassment of a minor, and that's actually against the law because George Bush, or was it George Bush or Bill Clinton?
In 95,
Yeah.
I do believe that would have been Bill Clinton.
Maybe
Either way,
Bush.
one of the presidents signed an act in 1994 that made it pretty much illegal to harass a minor online, or force them into sexual activities via phone, text, or anything like that. But we covered all that in that video.
But I have family that actually knows a little bit more about the law than you do.
I like how all this is coming up now when it's regards to you, but it never came up about me.
Where was it before?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Let me guess. You're out of fucking insults. You're out of threats. So you're just gonna use your family now. Okay, well, here's the thing. Your family may know more about the law, but I guarantee you they're not law enforcement or anything like that. So they're pretty much useless. And even if they were law enforcement, if they tried to get you off on any charges, they would lose their position. And they would go right along to jail with you. I've seen it happen before.
Because if I have to, I can get my family on you.
Okay, then do it. How about this? Because, you know, we've been messaging you on Facebook, right? Go ahead and start a group chat up with your family. I'll make sure to bring the fact that you admitted to dating a 14-year-old. We'll see how that actually goes. How does that sound? Start a group chat up. Invite me, invite him. Hell, invite my mom. We'll see how it goes. Because I learned one thing about my mom in the past month. And that is she is friends with a lot of law enforcement. So I wonder who has the upper hand here.
Because I can get my family down here and I can win this battle and this war.
Okay, so if you can win the battle in the war, why haven't you won it yet? Every time we strike a damn nerve with you, you run off for about 2 or 3 weeks, try to conjure up some plan or some type of fucking stupid ass comeback, roll with that, come back and try and insult us. And yet it happens every time. We strike a nerve, you run away. We strike a nerve, you run away. You're making yourself look like a fool, dude.
So I wouldn't make threats that you can't keep.
We're really gonna go down that rabbit hole or that road.
So anyway, this is just a short video just telling you don't do it again because, yeah. Yeah, we will come after you. Anyway.
Where the hell are you? I sharpened my machete. Just waiting for you. Where the hell are y'all? Oh yeah, that's right. Take your own advice. Don't make threats you can't keep.
Anyway.
Why
So
the
you
hell
wanna
are you
play
breathing
ga-
so
you wanna
hard,
play
man?
Games?
He'll probably
Like
get
a
lost
battle?
trying to get to you.
Let the war, let the games begin, little boy.
Little boy, you act as if he's like, what, 15 years younger than you? When he's like, what, 3 times your size and height?
And acts older than him.
Dude, the fucking kids Brittany babysits acts older than fucking Roy.
Especially the youngest.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because you're taking a test that you can't win.
The hell did we end up back in high school?
I guess it is. I thought exactly it.
Yeah, speaking of high school, he always mentions how I never, like, apparently I dropped out or some shit. Like, even, like, if they wouldn't have pulled me out of school and actually, applied myself, I could actually, excel myself at the age I was and end up in high school classes. But he can always make fun of me because I didn't finish school. But there's a difference between education and intelligence. You can be educated and a dumbass, or you can be uneducated and intelligent.
You're playing a game that you can't win. No, you're playing a game. You're taking a test. You're making a battle. You're playing a war.
Making a battle. There was already a battle that you have not won in 4 fucking years. Yeah, you may have your family and fucking Alex, Red, and fucking Timothy on your side. But I have a lot of friends in a lot of states. I've gathered friends over the past year from being part of a militia. A good portion of them was in the district I'm in, which is District 9. District 9 includes Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, and Louisiana. And I believe Georgia as well, right? So I have a decent amount of friends in fucking Texas who are part of the militia who do not like pedophiles. And they are pro-Trump. Who also bear the Confederate flag, mind you. So if I told them all the shit you've done, including dating a fucking minor, it wouldn't be nothing for them to find out where you live.
Guess what, Motor? None of it. You can't win, Motor.
But we've already won, big boy. We've already won. We win time and time again. Like I said, every time we strike a nerve, you run away, you try to think of something stupid to say, or some stupid ass comeback, roll with that, and you come back and use it. And we're just scratching our heads like, did he just say what we think he said?
You can't win. Your friends can't win. None of you can't win because
No. Alright, so we're actually going to go to Grammar 101 here, because clearly fucktard can't construct a proper sentence. Because if you listen very closely, he said none of you can't win. When the actual proper saying would be none of you can win. And he claims he graduated high school. It wouldn't surprise me if he didn't buy that fucking graduation ring off of eBay.
my family, I can tell that you, all y'all, I can get my family down here.
Or went to the place and had it
Well,
made.
get your family down here. Like I said earlier. I think I said this earlier. I don't remember what half the shit I said. See, you're starting to turn me into Joe Biden over here. I can't remember half the shit I say. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want to get your family in on this, well, like, we can have a fucking hoedown over here. I'll tell you what. Like I said, you have me on Facebook. On your new Facebook, because I messaged you. You have me on your new Facebook. Go ahead, start up a group chat, invite me, invite them. Hell, I invite my mama, my grandmother, my aunt, my uncles. Well, have us a fucking hoedown. But I think it's funny, out of these 4 years, you're finally mentioning your family. Actually, I take that back. You mentioned your family once before when I forgot what I said. I think it was something along the lines of what Motor said over here about having you locked up. He's like, well, you can't get me locked up. I have my family on my side. Your family can't do shit. Once there's a charge, your family cannot do a goddamn thing.
Can't they visit him in jail?
Yeah, it depends on if he gets put in isolation. If he's in Gen Pop, yes, they can visit him in prison. But if he's in solitary confinement for his own protection, no. And eventually you will get charged and you will be in jail. You may say, no, you won't. But at some point in time, somebody's going to step in that we know or just going to come across and see everything, including the video Dizzy uploaded of you admitting you dated a 14-year-old. They're going to call the police. Police is going to get involved. They're going to issue a warrant out for your arrest, or they show up at your door with a warrant. You're going to get arrested. They're going to take you down to county. And, well, it's not going to be a good day for you. You also better hope no truckers see Motor's video of him giving out your address, saying everything you did, because them truckers, they'll pull out in a little old, wherever the hell you live, Dayton, Texas, some shit like that. Them truck drivers, they don't like pedophiles. A lot of them truckers are old school as hell. They'll take you out without even a warning. I'm just letting you know, my fucking videos cater to all people. Not just people who vape. Law enforcement, military, government officials, people who like when they watch my flashlight videos, people who need ideas or need better flashlights, they watch my videos. And majority of them are in the United States. I've looked at my analytics. You're not going to do anything, dude. Your family's not going to do anything.
Actually knows a little bit more about the law than y'all do.
As most people call me if they found out about my my background history, they would call me a criminal. So I'm gonna say it like this: I'm gonna earn that. I'm gonna own that because that's technically what I am for the most part. But I'm gonna tell you something right now. There's only two people who know a lot about the law. That's lawyers and criminals. I've been in and out of the court system. I had to have to pay fines. When I got arrested when I was 20, I spent about 5 hours in a holding cell, and I was in and out of court. And through that time, I learned a lot about the law, including your state. Because whether you want to believe it or not, Louisiana and Texas are a lot alike for the most part. Our laws are pretty much the fucking same. Right? But I'm going to tell you something right now. And this goes for any criminal out there, or someone who's called a criminal, who's been in and out of the court system, or in and out of the penal system. They know a lot about the law. And I mean a lot. And you can say, oh, that's bullshit. It's not bullshit, bub. And as far as you saying, oh, you can't get in trouble for online harassment and slander and all that, yeah, you can. You know how I know? Because I got in trouble for it. I had to pay a $300 fine. Everything I say is from personal experience, other than the pedophilia, because I don't like fucking kids. But you do. You do. And I know Katana over here mentioned something to me before we made this video. I adopted a kid. I have a son. I may not know him for very long. He's actually my wife's kid, but I would do anything to protect him. I even told her one night, I said I would rip somebody apart over him. But that's something you wouldn't know about because you ain't never dated somebody with a kid. This is not the first time I adopted a child as my own. I actually dated a girl when I was younger who also had a kid, and I adopted that kid as my own. And before you sit here and say, oh, well, he's not biologically yours, so he's not your kid. It's not true. A child doesn't have to be biologically yours for you to love him like your own. And your whole comments about me coming from the guy who hates his father or hates his dad or some shit like that. Yeah. I hate my real father, aka the sperm donor. The guy I was talking about that was in the military, that was somebody my mom was engaged to, and I still have contact with him. He is still listed as my father on my Facebook. Why? Because he was there for me. Same thing with Motor. Motor's father was never in his life. He kind of hates his real father. But the guy that he goes see is technically his father, even though it's the Motor's sister's father. But they both go see him, and Motor treats him as his own father. And I think I've had a conversation with your father at least once, Motor. And he seems like a down-to-earth guy. But one of the things we can say is we were raised by guys in the military.
Yep.
So that's where the whole military thing came from. And you can sit here and say, I don't know pressure points. When in fact, one of the heaviest things the military uses as a deterrent factor or a de-escalation factor is pressure points. They usually go for pressure points before control. And one of the things I've learned is control by the wrist. And I'm going to tell you something right now. That is not one thing you want to get me into. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. And I think Motor can vouch for me on this one. When we start getting you by the wrist and start manipulating you, we lose all control. And we can end up breaking your fucking wrist. You push back hard enough on the wrist, it's over. And that's actually an army tactic. They don't teach you that in the Air Force.
Because me and my dad used to roughhouse around, and he'd do that to my business. Okay. You got
I can tell them what's going on.
well,
We can win this.
And learn.
Okay, if y'all can win, hang on. If y'all can win this, then why haven't you done it already? Why is it that 4 years later you decide to bring up your fucking family? Other than that one time saying your family has your back.
Clearly not.
I would like to ask, where the hell did your family get their law degree? The University of Law and Order? Someone tell you something right now. Yeah, Law and Order, it's a good show. CSI Miami, it's a good show. NCIS, it's a good show. But none of those laws actually... Actually, I take that back. NCIS might actually apply because that's based on, like, true military shit. But Law and Order and CSI, none of those laws actually apply. Those are just made up laws to make the show more interesting.
So I wouldn't be making threats that you can't keep.
I would remember that next time you tell somebody you're coming after them. Because I'm going to tell you right now, next person you tell you're coming after them, they might actually meet you halfway there and kick your ass. It is a cold, and I know you haven't been out in the real world, it is a cold and cruel world out there. Motherfuckers will drop you 6 feet under just for looking at them wrong.
Hey, I know.
So I wouldn't be making threats at all, little boy.
Again, with the little boy, you're only 3 years older than him. It's not like you're fucking 15 years older than him. Little boy is something my mom would say to somebody my age. My mom's like in her 40s. Hell, actually, we'll use Motor's mom as an example, because isn't your mom, what, in her 50s? 55? Or 51?
Damn it.
Okay, so 51. Alright, so, with Motor's mom being 51, if somebody like me stepped up to her, she would call me little boy. And you're saying little boy like it's an intimidation factor. It's really not.
You want to make threats? You want to?
Okay, so I don't think you actually know the definition of a threat. So a threat is something that is classified as you're going to do something but don't actually do it. That's a threat. Motor has the skill and ability to put you in prison. I have the skill and ability to put you in prison. You may think you're untouchable, but you're really not. I've heard guys say that, and 3 days later they get busted by the FBI, and guess what? They're in a federal prison.
Because they didn't think they could be touched.
You know, one of my favorite characters, and I put this in. I took a recording of it and put it in the group chat in here. I can't remember what episode it was, but I believe it was either season 4 or season 5 of Lucifer. And Chloe Decker said, because I forgot who said somebody was untouchable, but Chloe Decker's like, no one's untouchable. Yes, I referenced the show because something like that is actually true. No one is untouchable. Unless you're Joe Biden.
Play games. You want to make a battle. You want to try to make a war.
What do you mean try to make a war in a battle? There's already war going, and you're losing it.
Badly.
You're trying to pull up every fucking thing you can, and it's... Well, honey bunny, it's not working. What? Baby boy, like, you just need to stop because you're embarrassing yourself. Like, my subscribers seen all the shit you've done. Like, you really don't understand how stupid you look right now. It's been going on for 3 or 4 years now, right? And you still haven't won. Because every time you make a video, you end up slipping up. Every time you message me or him or anyone from this group chat, you slip up. Remember when you said, my family's right, you can't do anything to me because I didn't touch her. Doesn't matter if you touched her or not. The fact of the matter is you still dated her, and you sent explicit photos.
And we have proof.
That's how we all know you have a tiny fucking dick, because she told us.
Ain't that tiny brain? Matter of fact, what
Anything.
brain?
So you're doing all this shit now, trying to act big and bad because you got a girlfriend, which I consider a play date because you're just manipulating the fuck out of her. You know, you're right. It was kind of wrong of us to make fun of her, and I realize that now. See, I can own up to my shit. But I can also tell she's not all there. She's not. Yes, I'll admit Brittany's not all there either, but Brittany knows right from wrong.
Can't win, Motor. Try me, bitch.
We have for 3 fucking years, and you've done absolutely nothing. Again, you said she whispered to you that y'all were coming after me, and I'm still waiting for y'all to show up. Which I knew she wasn't coming after me because she's in a wheelchair, which is not her fault. But you been waiting, and it took you 7 fucking days to upload a damn video.
Might take him 5 years to get to you.
I don't know if dumb shit realizes I could lead him into the woods, get him fucking lost, and make my way back out.
Try
The
me, little
coyotes
boy.
have him.
You and your friends, you can't get me locked up because my family knows a little
My
bit
family
more
this, my family that.
about
Boo
the
hoo,
law
wah wah.
than your little friends.
Again, I think I can't remember if I said this earlier. Again, you're turning me into Joe Biden over here. Can't remember what the hell half the shit I said. Again, the 2 people that know the most about the law are lawyers and criminals. Criminals know a lot about the law. They just don't give a shit. And before you say, "Oh, you're still a criminal," no, I'm not. I left that in my past. I left that way in my past. I've moved on from it.
Than y'all do. In Austin, yes.
I knew I was going to come somewhere. I knew I was going to appear somewhere in this video. I just didn't know where. Which, after I watched it, I did, but I forgot where
My
it was.
family knows a little bit more about the law than you also.
Not likely, bub. Again, I'll say it again. Most people, if they looked at my past, they would consider me a criminal. That's fine. I moved on from that. Learned my lesson. I'm not into it anymore. But, like I said, 2 people, and Motor will agree with me on this once again, 2 people that know the most about the law are criminals and lawyers.
Well, smart criminal.
Yeah, I'm one of the smart criminals.
You know, there is criminals that pull at crimes and not.
And again, being in and out of the court system teaches you a lot about the law. So I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to end the video yet. There's something I want to show. But I am going to say this. You think you're untouchable? You're not untouchable. You think we can't get you in trouble for online harassment, cyberbullying, and slander? Think again. It is very much possible.
So try me, bitch.
Yeah, well, we've tried you for 3 fucking years, and you've done nothing. Also, I have a question. What the hell happened to you walking away? Where the hell did that go?
That.
You said you were done. If you was really done, you wouldn't worry about the videos we make. But I figured you out while waiting for your dumbass to upload a video because I knew this was going to be something stupid. And well, it was. But I learned something about you. I leave you alone and do my own videos, whether it be a flashlight video or something. You end up commenting on it because you're sad because you're not in the limelight anymore. It's fucking pathetic that you want attention from a 25-year-old male and a 20-year-old female. Really. Jesus fucking Christ.
Happy Halloween, motherfuckers.
Okay, and that was supposed to do what? Flip the camera off? You feel edgy, man? I'm gonna tell you right now, this ain't 2010 to 2015. This is 2020. You're a real piece of work, bro. You need fucking help.
Oh, well, there's help.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and say what you need to say, and then we'll cut this video off.
All I just need to say is he's a sad, sad little man. Yeah, he's a sad man. But yeah, go vote. He needs to go vote. Joe Biden. That's it.
Actually, there's one thing, because I like bragging about my lights compared to his. His little fucking piece of shit. Look how tiny this is. It's not as small as my T1s, but it's still small. Smaller than your flashlight. And still brighter. 2,500 lumens. But this right here, you wouldn't be able to afford this. This is a $70 light. And it's going to serve its purpose for perimeter checks, not just for people on the property, but also when the hurricane hits, I'm going to probably end up going out there, checking the ditches, make sure they're not flooding, because if they flood in my backyard, they could get up to my house. And, well, yeah. He probably doesn't even know what the fucking battery his flashlight takes.
Probably not. It's just not that smart.
And then I still have this guy. My baby right here. 1700 lumens. Not as bright as that one, but this one shines a lot farther. So, but as I said, Roy, and I've said in previous videos, get fucked, stay fucked, and go suck a fucking dick.